Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today you've got me, the Margarita Kid, and I am drinking a beer called Hop Sprockets. It's a very busy can from Real Al Brewing Company. It's a pretty solid IPA. It's pretty tasty. It's not my favorite. It's not as much of a flavor bomb as I think it should be for a hazy IPA, but it's the beer I've got, so at the moment it's my favorite beer ever. On to the music. Before I get on to the music, I am going to mention in the description, I've created a playlist for all of the videos that have my daughters involved, either one, two, or all three of them. I've seen some comments where I think some people don't think I actually have daughters, or if I do, I don't really do reactions with them. So I've created the playlist. I'm going to start putting that link to that playlist in the description of all of my videos. So if anybody actually wants to see what they look like and what the reactions are like and how they're so much better than when I'm reacting by myself, the link will be there. And speaking of, girls in general, Chinchilla, now we're on to the music. Chinchilla is absolutely fabulous. Before I hear this, whatever it is, MF Diamond, I'm guessing by the name of it, it's going to be something kind of upbeat and girl powery, because that's most of Chinchilla's songs. But if you're not familiar with Chinchilla, you need to go check her out. She's got some amazing stuff, independent artist. She's one of those people that does everything herself. I think she produces her own videos. I've seen her mixing her own, music in some shed somewhere. Anybody who can do that stuff is just mind-boggling to me. Even if you are a sound engineer, I'm super impressed. But if you're like a great musician and you're writing your own music and producing it and also sound engineering and everything else, super big kudos to you. She is just a phenomenal person. She's on the UK Voice recently. I knew her from before that. I first seen her doing, duets with Ren, and then started really appreciating a lot of her solo music. So if you haven't checked her out, make sure you go check out her page, subscribe, all that stuff, because I'm sure if you do, you will like her just as much as I do. All right, so this just dropped a few hours ago. MF Diamond, I think I know what the MF stands for. I'm not going to assume, but I'm gonna think there's probably an 85% chance I'm right about that. But let's get it. Let's see what we got. '28th of February. I wonder if that's an actual event or if this is just when the video was made. Before we get onto the music, the tapping noises from the keyboard reminds me of something. There's a web page you can go to. It's called hackertyper.com. And it's really kind of making fun of every movie ever that has hackers. And they sit there and they just type super fast and lines of code go flying across the screen. And that's basically what you do. You go on this thing and you just kind of mash on the keyboard and it writes code for you and it makes it look like you're typing it all out. It's actually a pretty funny little gag web page. But I always did find all of those, hacker movies and shows really funny when they just sit there and type 1,000, keys a second and just write the world's greatest code. And that's not what I think really happens at all. That's an odd aside, but it's just what the sounded like, or what the sound reminded me of. The Diamond Heist crew.
I'm out here on my own on a coast that I've never been to before. I'm alone, I don't know where I am, let alone where we stand, where we are. And we're ruled by the time zone drama. Staying up till it's your tomorrow. Till then, I'll reread your text, the crumbs that you left all over it.
All right, I'm going to have to go back and, if you see my other videos, I don't always necessarily hear so well. Closed captions aren't on. I don't have the lyrics in front of me, so I'm going to have to do my best to hear them. Let me see if I can. I heard the lyrics don't sound like they're about a diamond heist. It sounded like it might be a girl power relationship thing. I heard something about drama, rereading your texts, crumbs you left somewhere. Let me see what she said.
I'm out here on my own on a coast that I've never been to before. I'm alone, I don't know where I am, let alone where we stand, where we are.
I'm alone, I don't know where we stand, where we are. Okay, so it sounds like there's some ambiguity in the status of the relationship.
I'm alone, I don't know where I am, let alone where we stand, where we are. And we're ruled by the time zone drama. Staying up till it's your tomorrow.
Something about time zone drama, staying up till it's your tomorrow. All right, so it sounds like there's some distance between her and her partner.
And where we are, and we're ruled by the time zone drama. Staying up till it's your tomorrow. Till then, I'll reread your text, the crumbs that you left all over it. Says,
Till then, I'll read the crumbs that you left, or the text that you left, the crumbs all over something. I don't know if it's important.
Till then, I'll reread your text, the crumbs that you left all over it. Says, say something so I don't spiral. Chinchilla, you're not a child. Say something so I don't spiral.
Say something so I don't spiral. Chinchilla, you're not a child. So it sounds like she's in a little bit of a frantic mode with the separation of somebody, trying to keep it together, right? But you know how hard it is to keep it together when you're not sure what's going on, right? Every second seems like it's a lot longer than that.
Spiral, Chinchilla, you're not a child. Say something so I don't spiral. I run my life like a master, but when I love a disaster. Say something so.
She say I run my life like a monster or a master. And then she said something about, but my love's like a disaster. What was that?
I run my. Say something so I don't spiral. I run my life like a master, but when I love a disaster. Say something so I don't spiral.
Yeah. I love this. So, you know, you get these, you know, the women crew things, your Oceans, what was it, like 12 or 13, wherever it wasn't that had the women. And, you know, it's in the movies, it's going to be Sandra Bullock and, you know, people like that, right? It's going to be all these beautiful women, supermodel type things. And, you know, just the fact that it's these older women that are still her like badass crew, I think is absolutely fabulous. You know, society puts so much focus on beauty and it doesn't, it's nonsense really. Women at any age can be badasses. My wife, love her more than anything in the world. She's a physician. She didn't go to med school till she was almost 40, right? Like she didn't say, you know, I'm getting old. I'm not going to, you know, do what I want to do with my life. She, you know, she did her thing. She, you know, she was a very accomplished person when I met her. She took a lot of time off to raise our kids, which I was very thankful for. And I have wonderful kids because of it. And then when they got older, she went, you know, I'm not going to sit around and do nothing. I want to do, you know, what I'm going to do. And she went to med school and now she's like freaking awesome. And even then, you know, like a lot of this girl power stuff that Chinchilla does, you know, I've got 3 daughters. I've got, you know, my wife who has to put up with a lot of sexism type stuff in her profession, not necessarily always intentional, but there's just a lot of, you know, lack of respect for women in the medical community. And I say, I'm sure it happens in all different, you know, areas, but I'm just saying that one because that's what she does, right? She'll work in the ER, for instance. And then one of the big feedbacks they get from patients is they never actually got to see a real doctor, right? Because they just assume she's not because she's a female. So she's got to put up with that kind of stuff. And I know women have to put up all kinds of things that they shouldn't have to put up with. So that's why, you know, Chinchilla and her girl power stuff, I love, right? Because I'm a big proponent of women owning their badassery, I guess I'll call it. And so seeing these ladies, the ones that she's picked, not, you know, bunch of, you know, little young hotties, but it's women with experience. And you can just tell by looking at them, they're badasses. I love it. Yeah, I'm a diamond. You're so lucky you get to touch me. That's right.
Diamond.
I've got to make you happy, but you've got to let me. Yeah. I mean, let's face it, as guys, most of the time, the one thing getting in our way for happiness is ourselves. And, you know, they've said it forever, right? Behind every great man is a great woman. And I completely think that's super true. And usually I wouldn't even say she's behind him. She's probably under him and carrying him. This the music itself I haven't really said anything about, but I like the chord progression and kind of the production of the music. It reminds me of a song of hers, Elements, I think it's called, that kind of has this Middle Eastern chord progression flair a little bit. I don't remember the musical technical terms, like it's a harmonic minor kind of progression or something. But the music itself doesn't fully remind me of that song. It's very different, but just the chord structure a little bit reminds me of that.
Motherfucking diamond. I'm a 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 sucker for a lover that's silent, treats me to death.
I'm a sucker for a lover who is silent, treats me the best. Is that what she said?
I'm a motherfucking diamond. I'm a sucker for a lover that's silent, treats me to death.
I feel like I'm missing two of those words. I don't think it's silent, but it sounds like xylem, but that doesn't make sense. And treats me I don't think it was best either. It's like I'm missing the two best words. I wish I could hear better. It's not the volume, it's my ears.
I'm a motherfucking diamond. I'm a sucker for a lover that's silent, treats me to death.
I know I'm not quite getting it. Dang it. I wish I had lyrics for this. I swear I can listen to this 100 times and not know what she says. And as soon as I see the lyrics and I know what she's saying, it's going to sound crystal clear to me and I won't understand why I couldn't figure out what she was saying. I'll listen to it one more time and then I'm going to keep going.
I'm a sucker for a lover that's silent, treats me to death. I'm a victim of my own humiliation. I'm addicted to stress.
I'm a victim of my own humiliation. I'm addicted to stress. Yeah, I think that describes a lot of people.
To death. I'm a victim of my own humiliation. I'm addicted to stress. Can't believe that I get so needy. Ultimate that they take or leave me, but the torture keeps me busy. Yeah. Ultimate that they take or leave stress. Can't believe that I get so needy.
Can't believe that I get so needy. Nobody wants to be needy, but also people don't want to be alone either. And those two things can cause a little bit of a ruckus, emotionally.
Ultimate that they take or leave stress. Can't believe that I get so needy. Ultimate that they take or leave me, but the torture keeps me busy. Yeah.
Something about take it or leave it, and the torture keeps me busy. So yeah, it sounds like there's some emotional, again, it's kind of going back to the instability it sounds like in the relationship that she's talking about isn't helping her out emotionally, I guess I'll say.
Ultimate that they take or leave me, but the torture keeps me busy. Yeah. Say something so I don't spiral. Chinchilla, you're not a child. Say something so I don't spiral. I run my life like a master, but when I love, I disaster. Say something so I don't spiral. I'm a motherfucking diamond, baby. You're so lucky that you get to touch me. I'm a motherfucking diamond. I can make you happy, but you gotta let me. Diamond.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing seems like to me, like I said, that it seems like things may not be great, or there's some uncertainty that she's going through in this. But at the end of the day, and she's saying, like, what does it say something to keep me from spiraling or whatever. But it's like, at the end of the day, if I know inherently that I'm a diamond, then that will get me through all of the other nonsense that's in my head at the moment, right? If you've got me thinking that I'm worthless, then things aren't going to get better. Maybe it's not even necessarily the partner's making her think that she's worthless. Maybe it's just, like I said, there's time zone distances, there's things, maybe the person's not communicating as much as she wants. Who knows what? I don't want to assume it's like a abusive relationship or something. But at the end of the day, you have to know your own worth, right? And as long as you know your own worth, that will get you through difficult situations, especially in relationships. And so I think that's what I'm getting out of this song is I'm a diamond. That's my worth. I know my worth. And all of these other things that may seem like are, causing me to be a little unstable about things emotionally, our relationship, whatever, I can get through that because I'm a diamond. I think that's awesome. And I think the fact that she's not chosen, the model crew, and she's just picked some awesome, badass, experienced women, just makes me happy.
I'm a motherfucking diamond. I'm a motherfucking diamond. I'm a motherfucking diamond. I'm a motherfucking diamond. Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something. I'm a motherfucking diamond. I'm a motherfucking diamond.
Ah, I love it. I love it. Salute. Salute to all the diamonds. My wife, she's the Hope Diamond. As far as I know, that's the biggest one. But you're all just amazing. And, I love this video. I love the music. I love the message. It looked like it was a ton of fun to probably produce. Just great stuff. I love all of her music. And again, if you aren't familiar with it, I can't encourage you more to go check it out. In any case, so for me, that's it. I'll have the link to the original video in the description, along with the link to the videos of me with my daughters. And I think that's it. I hope everybody is having a great day, and I will see you all on the next one. Thanks.